So, welcome everyone. Today we are going to see further subqueries and further discussions into our DBMS MySQL practicals. So, today's problem statement is to design and implement a database for library management system using SQL. So, what we will be doing in this database, we will be storing information about these three tables: book, member, and issued books. We have already been given the data in the question itself. These are the queries we have to perform. It is to display the members of the book issued using inner join. To show all the members of the book, they show using left outer join, and do the same with the right outer join. Then subquery in where clause and in select clause. These are the operations we will be going to take. So, as always, we will be creating a database and creating table for book, member, and issued books. And instead of how we used to do every time, this time we are already been given the uh, data actually in the problem statement itself. So this since this is the same as always, we will be creating tables, uh, giving columns in it and giving out constraints and keys, assigning data types to the different columns, and creating foreign keys for the IDs in order to use join inner joins in the further program. So let's skip with the table creation part and the data insertion part, and I will create the data and in tables beforehand. So basically create database. I will be using library database, and then use library db. So I have created a table and I have inserted all the data for book, member, issued books, and I have inserted the data given in the problem statement here. So further, now let's, what is the first query we have to solve here is yes, to display the members and book they have issued using inner join, right? So let's do first of all select, yes, select m dot name as member name, b dot title as book title, b dot author as book title, author as just author, yes, I dot issue dates dot due dates. Yeah, we'll be doing that, and that will be from members m inner join issued books I m dot m id is equal to I dot m I d. Yes, dot emid. Yes, and enter the inner join books b on I dot b id is equals to b dot b id. Yes, in the join books, b dot bid beyond I dot bid is equals to b dot bid. Yes, so we have created the name as member name, title of book title, author book author as author, here taken from the issued table as issue date and due date. Now we have selected all this. From where have we selected? From members table M. We have made inner join on it to issued books table I on m dot mid is equals to I dot mid, because both table contains member id, and then inner join again to books table B on I dot book id to B dot book id, since issued table contains both book id and book table also contains book id. So I've created inner joins at two places between these three tables, and this should give us a combined table of all these values from the different tables. Yes, so see, here it is visible. It's member name, book title, author, issue date, and the due dates. So the next query is to perform. Yes, I believe it is to show that all members in the book they are issued with the left outer join. So again, it's mostly the same concept. Is to use select all the columns that we want, all the data that we actually want to inherit as member name b dot title as book title b dot so we are actually been told to take all members of the books they are issued. So these are the members, and we only have to take books issued. So the author column is not actually required. So it's just I dot uh, issue date. Yes, enter I dot the due date, the issue date, and the due date. Actually, due dates are also not required. We also only have to take return date. So the date on which they are to be returned or they have been returned. I dot issue date, I dot return date, p dot title. Yes, all else is correct. Okay, so yes. Now this is from member yum, because the first thing we have taken is from member. We will be doing a left join this time to issued books I on. Now we will be linking the IDs as m.m id is equal to I.em id. Enter. Now we will be again doing a left join on books B I dot B id is equal to b dot b id. Yes. Table named. Okay, so I actually missed an s here. It's members. It's no problem at all. We will just. Yes. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. We have to put an s over here. Yes. Then enter. B title issue return table. Yeah. Left joined. Book P and here. Enter. Okay. So here you can see member name, book title, issue date, and further return date. The return date seems as failed in null. So yeah, it was null, so that is why here it is also null. So show all books and who issued them. Yes. So for this we have to use right outer join. We have been using left join, so now we have to use right join. Key select enter. So what? We only have to show the books and who has issued them. So member's name, the book title, and the issue date. That is all we need over here. So we will pick m dot m at the rate name as member name, as we have been doing above. B dot title as book title, and I dot issue at the rate date. From again the same thing, we can actually copy just the whole thing from here. You only have to change left join to as a right join, you see. So we will just copy this, paste it over here, change the left join as the right join, copy this, enter here, paste it here, change the left join as right join, and then hit enter. You see now the member names, the book titles, and the issue dates all have been arranged. Now the next subquery is to put the next query actually is to put subqueries in the where clause. Okay, so for that select m dot and name as member name from members m mm, where m.m id. So I have taken member name from the members table, where the member id, uh, yes, member id in I have used in operation. So we will be now giving a subquery in this. Select again I dot m id from issued books I. So issued books table. So select I dot I am a member id from issued books table, and we will be using join query or join books b on I dot bid equals to b dot b id. Yes, so I'm joining issued books to the books table on based of this link between the book IDs between of the tables in the issued books and books. Here I am using a where clause b dot author. So yes, so what is happening here? Look, I have selected the IDs from issued books uh, where the authors will be the name that I will be give. So all the IDs where the that author is the person who has written the book will be selected. So where the author is who, author we will give it as like Navthe. So everywhere where is the author is or the author where is Navthe, the IDs will be given as output. Actually, also we have to give closing it semicolon enter. So see, Asha Patil, if we look into the table where author is given, see, the author of Fundamental of Database Systems is El Mastri and Navthe. So the author is Navthe only here, nowhere else. So that's why the member's name is given, because we took member ID. The member's name is given uh, from the table of members based on the member ID which we looked for in the issued books, and since the member ID is same in the members table and we looked for the same member ID in the issued books table, and we looked for the adjacent uh, Navthe author, so where the Navthe author was found at that member ID, we chose the member's name. So that is how this query actually works. We're doing the same subquery part now for the select clause. As we did here in the where clause, we put the subquery. So this open bracket is close bracket is the subquery part in the where clause. So we will be doing that for now select clause. So select, let's do it with the same thing so that it is easier to understand. As member name from Okay, not from, just that's it over here. Okay, we are selecting member name from members table as member name. Now I'm putting a select clause in this again. See, so select, within select, I am actually what doing? I'm selecting count, count all from issued books I. Okay, select count all from issued books I, where I dot mid equals to m dot mid. So where the member id is same, so the member id of this member name will be taken in the issued books member id, and there we will count. There we will do count. Okay, this as books issued count from members yum. So we are basically taking the member name, and now for that member name we are doing a select count. So we are counting from issued books, where the member id from member table we will be taking for the issued ID's member for the issued tables member id as the books issued count. The number of books issued will be taken in count for the from the member table of M. So you see, for all the members, the number of books that have been issued is now given here. 2 books for Asha Patil, for Rahul Deshmukh there is 1, for Priya Kulkarni there is 1, for Vikram Joshi there is 1. So this is the books issued in count, the number of books that have been issued to each person. I hope all of you have understand, but still I will go through this as I know it is a bit confusing. That what we have done is we have taken all the member names, and for each of the member names, for first of all, let's consider we are at Asha Patil. The member ID is taken in as input for the issued tables member ID. That member ID will be searched for, and it will be counted. The number of times that member ID appears will be considered as the number of books issued. So the book issued count will be pasted alongside the member's name. This will be done for all of the members, and I guess 5, that is all the subqueries we had in this practical. So from first to end, I will go once again. I created database table. For database, first library db, library database. I used it, created table books, member and issued books, created IDs, created columns for table, author, the genres, copies. We have to check that copies, number of copies should be greater or equal to 0. This is a check constraint. Uh, Primary key is book ID. Then I have created member ID, member table, that is primary key, email, phone, name, date, which we have taken as default, the current date. So the date on which the member has taken the book is actually taken here, and then the table of issued. So issue date, due date, return date, member ID, book ID, issue ID, and then foreign keys to member ID and book ID to both book table and member table. inserted the data given in the question, and the subqueries, the 5 subqueries. First of all, for inner join, then left join, right join, then where clause subquery, and select clause subquery. Select clause subquery for count, and the where clause subquery was basically, I believe this is, no, it's not that one actually. Okay, yeah. The where clause subquery was basically to find out the, the member who has taken the particular author's book, the member who has issued a particular author's book. That member's name will be pasted, or the number of members, whatever the case may be. So in this case, it was Asha Patel. So that is all for today's practical. Uh, so we are going to look at this statement 6 now, which is to design and implement a sales management system database using SQL that maintains records and customers, products, and sales transactions. So 3 tables of customer, product, and sale. They will be containing columns as given here. We have to perform aggregation operations and subquery operations on them. These are the 9 in total queries we have been operations we have been given to perform. So first of all, I will go on to create these tables and give some input data, insert data in them, and then come to the operations. So I have created the databases and the tables. Near sale database, and so table is customer table, then product table, then sales table. And then I have inserted values in them. So let's first of all do the aggregation operation. So the aggregation operation first is given is to calculate total sales amount per customer. Okay, so total sales amount per customer, how we will be doing that? It's simple. So let's take, first of all we have to select what is the customer's name. So customer at the rate name, right? Enter. Then we will be taking sum. This is aggregation operation sum s dot total at the rate amount. We are doing the sum of total amount as total sales from cell S. Join customer C on S dot customer ID. Customer ID is equals to, now you have taken S dot customer ID, it will be equal to C dot customer ID. Now here it is a group by, this is a clause, C dot customer at the underscore name. So group by customer name we have taken. So here you can see all the names of people whose everybody's total sales is displayed here. So the second aggregation operation is given to find the total quantity sold for each product. So now we were told to make sum of total sales. Now we are being told to make sum of quantities. So the total quantity, it will be around like same code as this one, to select, then the customer name, Now for quantity we will take product name. So because we want to take what product has been sold, how much, so we will be taking product name. We will be doing the sum aggregation operation on uh, quantity as the total quantity sold from sales S, and we will use join to product P on P dot product ID is equals to S dot product ID is equals to P dot product ID. We will use the group by clause to P dot product name. It is what we will do here. So as you can see here, I have done the program. So the products have been listed now: laptop, smartphone, headphone, office chairs, desktop lamp, and the total quantity sold is also given here. So now the third aggregation program we have been given is find highest and lowest product prices. Okay, to find the highest and lowest product prices. Now to do that we have to use min max aggregation theorem. So now because this is a new one, we will do it right now. We will select then max, right, price as high price. So whatever the price is max will be taken as the high prices, right, high price, and enter min price as lowest price, lowest price. Okay, so actually yes. So now min price as the lowest price, right? Now just we have to give from where we are doing this. So where we are given price above here. So let's see. This table contains, see, price in decimal form, product table. So we'll be taking it from product table and enter. So the highest price is 55,000 and the lowest is 2,500. So that is how easy it was. Okay, the fourth aggregation operation is to find the average sales amount per city. Here we are using average uh, as the aggregation operation. So let's do select. We have been given to take per city, so we will be taken city here, c dot city. We are doing average, so s dot total amount as we'll be taking this total amounts average from the uh, entire column. The entire column's total amount average will be taken as average sales per city. Easier to understand this way. From sale S, right? From the sale table S. We will be using join customer C on. Now just we have to give the IDs as S dot customer direct ID is will be equal to C dot customer ID, customer ID. We'll be using group by. So group, okay, group by C dot city. We will be grouping them according to the city. So what we have done here is we have selected city from our customer table we have taken average of the total amount from the of the total amount of the prices from product table. We have taken them as average sales per city from the sale table, right? Then we have created a join between sale table and customer table using the customer ID on customer ID. So the customer ID from sale table will be equal to the customer ID in customer table. We are grouping them according to the city. So you see here, average sale per city is given to Pune, Mumbai, Nagpur, and Delhi. All the four places have this average sales. The fifth aggregation operation is given of sum and count. It is to find the total sales and count of transactions per category. So uh, let me perform it, and as I perform, I will explain it to you. You have been told to take category, total sales, and the count of transactions. Okay, so we'll be using sum and count aggregation operations. We are taking category from the product table, and we're taking total sales from the sales table. Okay, so p dot category, we are taking the total sales sum here. So s dot total amount as total sales, total sales. Then we're doing a count here of s dot count of transactions, the number of transactions. So the number of transactions are the basically the total number of IDs, so sale IDs. Easy. I will let me explain it to you simple way here. See, so we create a table. We have created a sale ID, which is primary key here, and the number of transactions are the number of sales basically. So the number of times sales have taken place is this. So every time the ID has changed, right? Yeah, and we also have made this ID as auto increment, so it will get assigned automatically. All right, even if we have not given these sale ID here in the input, it will be assigned automatically. So it will it works kind of like an index. So the number of IDs that have been assigned to all these operations will be counted, and that will be the total number of transactions that have taken place. And creating join now to the sale as and the product P table on as dot product IDs. So group by clause, group we have to group them. We have been told to do the transaction count to find the total sales and transaction count. per category. So we have to do them according to the category. So we'll be grouping them by the categories. So p dot category. Just it is the same as concept as here by per city. So we group them according to the city. So we have given per category, grouping them according to the categories. So you see category electronics, accessory and furniture, total sales and total number of transaction count that took place. Okay, so that was all for the aggregation operations. There are some subquery operations given to us. So the subquery operations are also given to us some there. To display details of customer whose total purchase amount is greater than that of the average sales amount of all customers. So you have to give the total number of customers who have greater sales compared to the average sales of all customers. Here it will be like a where clause in which we will give customers greater than average sales. Customer sales greater than average sales, and we will give the customer names of only those sales which are greater than the average sale using join and IDs between the three tables of customer, product and sale. Create a temporary summary table showing each customer total sales and display only those who purchased more than 1,000 rupees. So here we will give, instead of average greater than average sales, we will have greater than 10,000, and we will be creating a temporary summary table here. We will creating a temporary table and we will show each customer's total sales and display these display only those who have more than 10,000. Display each product along with the number of times it was sold. Much similar to the operations we have done before in previous subquery practical. To display the product with the total number of times it was sold. A list customers who have purchased at least one product in the electronics category. All those customers who have purchased in the electronics category, their names need to be listed. So again, a where clause and a group by clause. So let's perform these subqueries. So select first of all C dot customer name sum, where we are taking the total amount, right? To make, we will taking average of it later on. So first of all, as dot total amount as total purchase. Yes, so total amount as total purchase. So yes, from sales as we use join on customer C, on the customer ID, sale and customer has been used, created join on the ID, group them according to the customer name, having sum this greater than the average of that from the sales table. So these guys have a total purchase this which is more than the average. That's why they have been listed here. So now if we see at to create a temporary, the next was to create a temporary table for customers who have purchased higher than 10,000. So I've created temporary table here as customer summary. Okay, and then selected customer ID and customer name from customer table, created sum of total amount as total sales from the sales table, then joined customer table and sales table on a customer ID, then grouped by customer ID and customer name. I grouped them according to this customer ID and customer name. Then I did select all from customer summary. I selected all of these from customer summary and checked uh, where the total sales is greater than 10,000, and then this is the result we have get where the sales is greater than 10,000. Actually, I guess all of the sales are greater than 10,000 actually. Okay, so the next one is display each product with the number of times it was sold. So displaying each product with the number of times it was sold. For that, first of all, let's do the operation select dot product name times sold from product P left join sell yes on P dot product ID is equals to S dot product ID group by P dot product name. Yes, so we have selected product name, taken the count of sale IDs because we want to display each product with the number of times it was sold. We have taken the count of the sale IDs to see number of times they were sold each product. For that, we have grouped them according to the product name. Taken them as times sold from product P, right? This we have taken from product P, and then for the sale ID we did a left join to sale table on the product ID. So P dot product ID will become equal to that of the S dot product ID, grouping them according to the product name. Enter. This is the number of times they are sold. These are the product names. So the fourth query and the last one is to list customers who purchased at least one product in the electronics category. Yes, in the electronics category, those customers who have purchased at least once, we have to list them. Here we have to select distinct. Distinct. Yes. Here, so we have to take distinct here. C dot customer name from customer C. Yes, where C dot customer ID in. Now we are taking subquery inside the where clause, customer name from customer C. ID in select yes dot customer ID from cell yes performing join product P on customer name from customer C where customer ID in select customer. So we are joining sale to product. So for that we will be doing as dot product ID, right? So product P on as dot product ID, it should be equal to P dot product ID. But there is another where here. There is another where clause where P category must be equal to electronics, right? We don't have to forget electronics. Where P dot category is equals to electronics. So see, these are the only three people who have bought anything from electronics, at least a product. So these were all the subqueries, the 4 subqueries and the 5 aggregation operations over the entire program. So that will be all for this program and MySQL. Later on we will be looking into MySQL and Java connection operations. So thank you for listening so far and good night.